All right, folks, welcome back. Vendetta is exactly 2 weeks away from its full release. Pre-rifts start next week. In preparation celebration, we are opening up another case of Unleashed, as I promised before in is either my last video or the video before that. Unleashed, as of my last purchase, was still selling by the case for less than MSRP, which in my case is going to be a screaming buy until it is no longer. My last Riftbound Origins case I bought for $1,000. Now the lowest asking price on TCG is $1,375. So I don't know that that Origins is a screaming buy anymore. I think you should still consider buying it, because it is the first in the set and it is just absolutely taking off as a game. People are loving it. The secondary market with the graded cards is just going through the roof. Anything Origins, anything signed, all the signature cards are just blowing up in value. So, same thing we were talking about with the Origins booster case that I opened. I will be holding back one box if everything goes to plan. Now, of course, it didn't in our Origins video, unfortunately. We got absolutely shafted on the over numbers. So I did buy just a booster box of that because, like I said, the Origins cases went way up in price. And at the price that it's currently at, it's not really a screaming buy for me necessarily. So not too worried about buying another case in its entirety. Just want the booster box for its appreciation into the future. So hopefully everything goes smoother this time around with Unleashed here, and we get to hold back a booster box. Oh, there's an epic already. Want to hold back one booster box so it can appreciate in value over time, and in the future we can decide what to do with it at that point. So within probably 2 videos here, we will be opening up 5 booster boxes of Unleashed, hoping to hit those over numbers, hoping to hit signatures. The thing that I am really hoping to get is a Diana overnumbered, either signature or otherwise. I don't care. I just really want to get one of the overnumbered ones. I have been looking online for the overnumbered in a PSA 10, and I have not seen, I've seen one listed, but it is selling for an absurd amount of money. So I'm probably not going to buy that for the singles, when I can open up an entire case and, maybe get lucky, but still get a lot of value in return. Tough with Diana. I know she's been topping all the tournaments, so that's why she is way up in value. But the problem is that could be short-lived with Vendetta on the horizon here. Vendetta is releasing some very powerful cards. Anyone with a deck pre-Vendetta that is trying to keep that deck alive should be a little bit nervous, because there is just so much power coming through that it's going to be hard not to switch gears here. So I haven't really been explaining the cards here. I think everyone's aware of Unleashed. You guys know what these cards are. I'm really not going to spend a whole lot of time explaining them. I will start listing them off here eventually, but wanted to discuss a few of these things coming up. So Vendetta release is, like I said, it's looking hot. It's looking powerful, a lot of spiciness. We got yet another new rarity. The special cards, the SP 1 through 6, variation arts of pre-existing cards for the most part. We've seen our 3rd or 4th special Ari reprint, which, to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of. I would have thought that we would spread that out over time and not overwhelm the market with any one single character with a bunch of special arts. I know Ari in the actual game had the highest representation, played in the tournaments to earn the special arts, but at the same time, I don't think we necessarily need to carry that over into the card game and almost exclusively do special arts in every set for her. Favorite character, so I hate to complain about that, but my worry is a lot of the value in the other ones may be compromised because of that. Not establishing enough time between those variants usually doesn't spell too well for any one card's value. And we saw that exact same thing in Magic the Gathering when Secret Lair started printing one of everything, notoriously the Soul Ring in every single commander set. Well, that card basically just became worthless. So the only thing that was special about it was the special arts, and then once the Secret Lairs basically printed that in every Secret Lair they printed, it too just had no value. So the only ones you're going to be able to market that to is the people who are looking for that specific art of that specific character or card. I hate to be frustrated over something so minor and maybe petty like that, but it's just too early. I feel like we're making the same mistake as Magic the Gathering, and a lot of people I know are frustrated by how many times something gets reprinted there as well. So I don't know. Oh, got another Showcase LeBlanc. That's kind of nice. So just rambling a little bit during this opening, just because, again, I hate to just sit here and read off the cards like we have been previously. Want to spend some more time talking about Vendetta. If you all can, I'm going to be drawing all this from memory just because I'm trying to zip through this opening as well. But Vendetta, I'm hoping I can stick to playing Diana. That's what I'm hoping to play in the next several tournaments. There, of course, was the Stealthy Pursuer ban, which I don't think really affects me a whole lot. I wasn't really playing that meta. But there is some gas being given to Chaos. I do really like Kennen. I think Kennen can play and interact very well in the deck style that I have built. I am not sure, I have to play test it. I am not sure if as many low-cost creatures that I have is going to work out as well as I hope it will. My playstyle tends to lean towards more of the modern approach that we had in Magic the Gathering, where you just want a lot of lower cost, very effective creatures out on the board to do all the work for you. So that's kind of where I lean with Diana, is getting those low cost, high value creatures out to take care of all the work for me. And Kennen, with his burn ability, will allow me to recycle more cards to the graveyard, hopefully spells that I can then reuse with Flow, that I can return with Fizz. Something along that strategy is kind of where I am currently at, and hoping that pans out. Outside of that, Chaos still doing well in Vendetta, but obviously there has been some emphasis on some of the other colors, some of the other runes, because I think they have recognized as of this set that the Chaos cards have gotten a little powerful, just a little powerful. So we'll see. Nothing, of course, is certain. We're just now getting all the cards released in spoilers, so we don't know what everyone's going to make with them just yet. A lot of plays testing to be had. I'm not even sure all of the spoilers have been released at this point. I know most of them have, but I guess I need to check and see. Alright, so we got a Foil Monch, Grim Apothecary, and another Shadow for Vex. Alright, done the last 3 packs on this first box here. And I will say, as far as showcases, we were right on par. Epics seems like we're right on par. If we get much more, we're probably above average on these guys here. So not too bad. Mischievous Mirai, Tactical Retreat, Blood Arbor Ripper. Yet again, we are on the heavy Legends track. I really hope they are reducing the amount of printings of Legends in the next sets going forward. Getting kind of tired of opening up so many Legends in these rare slots. Well, speaking of which. Alright, there's our first showcase rune. So that's kind of nice to open that in this box as well. We already have 3 of the normal showcases. So I did already set aside my first box that I will not be opening. I will say the first box of every case that I have opened has been less than desirable. So I am hoping, I guess, that I am setting aside a box that doesn't have all the high value in it, and opening up all the value that I can out of the next 5 here. All right, moving right along into box number 2. I think as long as I make good time on this one, I will open up 3 boxes on this video, and then we'll do the last 2 in the next video. There we go. All right, pack 1, box 2. Okay, Rengar's Thrill of the Hunt. That's pretty cool. So what do we got? Yeah, we got 6. So we got 6 epics in the last one. Clean those up a bit. 3 showcases. Now, if you remember, my biggest complaint about this set, and I never went back and opened up Spirit Forge. I did order my standalone booster box of Spirit Forge just because I, again, want to hold back 1 box from each set, let it appreciate in value. But I did not go back and test my theories on Spirit Forge to see if there was some card that was a static 1 of in every case, and you're guaranteed the 6 full set or whatever. Like the showcase runes in this one. We know we've opened it twice in Unleashed, and I'm sure we're going to do the exact same thing here. I won't get any reprints. But a case, every single Unleashed case appears to come with 1 of each of the showcase runes. And I don't know how they've managed to sort the print run that way. But the other thing is all of the rares, legends, and all that. They start with a static like 6 of somehow, and then as they need to rotate in the special cards, your showcases and epics, that's what seems to kind of get changed around within the box. So you're always, it appears, going to get 1 of each of the showcase runes. You're almost certain to always get 6 of each of the rares, with the exception of the ones that they have to remove in order to fit in the showcases and epics. So expect on average that you're getting 1 of each showcase rune, 6 of each rare on average, and I think we were right on track with the 3 showcases. I think I got 14 showcases in a case on average, and 40 or so epics. So if you're getting 3 showcases in a box and 6 epics, you're doing pretty well. You can't complain at those amounts. Alright, very slow start here. Already a quarter of the way through the pack, and all we have is Rengar's signature spell, so we're going to need more than that. Carrion Dredger. Master Yi. Oh, 2 Master Yis in a row. We got the showcase for this one. Not yet hit the overnumbered. I'm really hoping it was not in that first box, that's for sure. Speaking of overnumbereds, in this set, one thing that I think has kind of surprised everybody here as of late, we are seeing huge spikes in the overnumbered Poros all of a sudden. So, of course, they were thought of as the weakest overnumbereds, especially as far as value goes, that you could open. So I know I was frustrated when I got one of those. Order rune. But we have seen an absolute spike in those. I think the Mystic is the one I opened. At the time I opened it, it was a $50 card or so. I think last I checked, it spiked to well over 100. So double in value in no time flat. It's always nice. Also makes me wonder if there was some sort of buyout going on for all that stuff as well. So we've seen, I think, a number of buyouts that have put some real pressure on prices here lately on, in particular, graded cards more than anything. You know what? I keep forgetting to do the pack opening the correct way. Another Master Yi. Oh, two. I hate doing that. Wow, what are the odds? That's happened twice now. So, got the regular legend and then the showcase champion. Weird. I always keep an eye out for the weird stuff when it comes to these printings. I keep forgetting to open the packs correctly. Keep an eye on the weird stuff with these boxes and the way these printings are going, because I've seen so many weird things here as of late, and some of them are pretty frustrating. Buys epic card. Okay. I think that's 3 epics so far. So yeah, in the last video you should have seen I actually opened 4 booster boxes, and 2 and 2, that's a good way to describe it. 2 of them were exactly the same showcases, and then another 2 of them were the exact same showcases but had 1 extra showcase in it. That was the only difference. And then the last 2 boxes were altogether different. But I mean, what is the likelihood of you actually opening 4 booster boxes and they are double showcases of the exact same cards twice in a row? I made a separate video on that. That just seems nuts to me. I did not go buy my lottery ticket because I don't think it was luck, or if you want to call it luck, coincidence or whatever. I think that's just bad print runs, because we are now pulling from the extra print run. Ooh, Baron Nashor, not the one we want though. We are pulling from the new print runs at this point with the Origins reprintings. So I'm sure in their rush to get that product shipped out, we may not have produced these things exactly as they should have. That's my guess. I think we may have rushed to the production on these a little bit. So, yeah, definitely one of our least successful case openings, I will say that. Everything else has been pretty good when you buy a case, but that Origins case was no bueno. Alright, we've got about 6 packs left here. Nope, 7. 7 packs left, including the one in my hand. Forbidding Waste, Vex, and a Sprite Queen. So we are looking at a pretty lackluster box here. Still yet to see our overnumbered. What's that? Prepared Neophytes, Scuttle Crab, and another Lilia. So I think that's 4 epics. We're getting closer to our average amounts. Iceveil Archer, Shard of Undoing, and a Bone Skewer. Oop, I lost a card. And Thralling Protector, another Master Yi, and a Blood Rose. Blighted Battle Axe, Jin, and Kha'Zix's Void Assault. Last 2 packs. We could use another showcase to get up to our average. Be nice. Double Trouble, Jin, and a Diana. Alright, need some last pack magic for this box to be successful. Without it, this one's a little under average, a little underwhelming. Square Up, Rengar, and an Ash. Yep. So that's an underwhelming box there. That should have been the one we put away. All right, I'm going to get cleaned up. I'm going to set up for the last 3 boxes. I kind of changed my mind here. I'm going to put the last 3 boxes in the next video. We'll see you guys all here in just a moment.